I'll give you another example. I had this one time. Where it really became important for me is I watched, some of you have heard this story, and some of you even know who I'm talking about. And I don't mean any disrespect to this person because they're phenomenal, very, very successful in business. But when you meet them and you have conversations with them, sometimes the thing they teach on stage and the thing they do in real life doesn't match. That makes sense. And I got to know this person at a very high level. And when he would get on stage, and often we spoke on same stages, and I would watch the audience just like they gravitate to his dynamic performance. And that's really what it was. It was a performance to the point that I thought, okay, if I want to be a better speaker, I would start to model and mimic some of the things, not copy his statements or his sayings or any of that, but just mimic the way he did it. But anyway, we were at an event together and he spoke before me. I had to go after him. And then I kind of did similar things, right? Because why? You model behaviors of things that work. So I thought that was it bombed, you guys. It was awful. I wrote about it in the book. I was so embarrassed and humiliated. I knew it was bad. I knew it was terrible. And when I left, I was staying at the hotel where I was speaking, and I wanted to just go hide. Like I wanted to just go like in my room. I thought, can I make it to the elevator with no one seeing me? And as I was walking out, I met somebody in the hallway who knows me, who is actually part of our Master Networks family, who was at the event, and she'd known me for a couple of years. And she came up, and it was awesome because she could tell I was super disappointed in myself. I was frustrated. I couldn't hide it. Like I wear it on my sleeve. I was so frustrated with myself. And this is where a great mentor and an impact player lives, is they're great about being honest about feedback. And she said, "How do you think you did?" Which is a lesson I teach about feedback. And I said, "Oh, it's terrible." I told her all the things. She said, "Chaz, I'm just going to give you some feedback," because I asked her for it. She said, "I noticed, and I know the individual that you were sort of modeling and mimicking. And it's not how you speak. It's not you. You're very magnetic and he's dynamic. Don't stop trying to be dynamic. Be magnetic. Be who you are. Be a heart speaker. Be empathetic, as Mia talked about." She goes, "That's you. Speak that way and people will stick and stay." And I'm forever grateful for that, because anytime I find the urge to sort of model somebody else that I think is winning in a way and it's not me authentically, I'm out of alignment. I'm totally out of alignment. My concern for the producer is that they're trendy that way. And I think, and I wrote this in the book, I think the most dangerous place to stay, it's okay to get there, but don't stay there, is the producer, because we trick ourselves into a level of success that does not stick and stay. Does that make sense? And then you have the impact player. They have high awareness to their own personal development, and they are highly skilled in their proficiency. Okay. They're proficient in their passion. They're proficient in it. And they have high income, they have a massive network, and they have massive influence. None of these they move. They're not, you don't stay in one spot. You can drop, you can move. And so it's a constant high awareness and improving our skill sets. So we put this in there as just a placeholder to say, where am I right now? Wait, am I kind of the potential right now? I mean, sometimes when I start new ventures, I'm in the potential. I don't have any income to it. I have no network or influence in there. Now, I might have a little bit of a high awareness to my own personal development and how I need to show up, but I'm right. I might start day one as the potential, and I need to move to that impact player as quickly as I can, because that's where I can make the most influence. Is this making sense? I haven't even been playing. I haven't even looked at the chat. That's probably all about Mia and Mark, which it should be. Awesome. Yes. Love this. This is great. Thank you, Cassie. Yes, this is making sense. So what's really powerful about being an impact player, right, is that this is where you can make the greatest impact. And this doesn't just mean in business. Where it starts, and Jordan and I have talked about this in several presentations we've done together. The greatest impact you can have is in your home. Okay. Start there. If you can't improve your skill sets and your awareness of how you're showing up there, it's rare that you're going to be able to translate that to your business. It's highly rare. Like if I can't figure out how to communicate with my spouse and my children, am I going to be a tremendous communicator as a business person? Probably not. So these are great places to learn. Plus, they are your legacy. They're the reason you're going to make the impact. If you were to do it all and being the producer, this is where I see producers, by the way. I see producers at times lose everything around them because they have low awareness to how they're showing up around. Okay, they're not showing up that way. So I'll just let this land, let it stick. If there's any ahas or anything you want to share, you can put them in the comments or raise your hand. What spoke to you about this? Where are you at, and what do you need to improve? Is it your skill set? Is it your awareness, or your relationships, your influence with others? Okay, all of those things can be improved, which is the good news, and constantly improved.